Well now, how time truly does indeed fly. It's hard to believe that Friday Fight Night and BBW as a whole has been broadcasted to a wider audience for 2 whole years. And now, it's time to start the third. And as we get ready to jump into these unprecedented and unpredictable times of year 3, there will be a few changes made in order to make this year the best one we possibly can. If you are watching this on Twitch or YouTube, a calendar will be released shortly. However, it will only be found on DeviantArt or the Riverside Discord. If you've been considering joining the Riverside community, there is no better time than right now to do so. This calendar will have greater detail on exactly which days BBW will be showing you the best burlesque wrestling on the internet. And for now, I may as well pull the band-aid off and hit you with the hardest news first. Starting with likely the hardest hit right up front. Friday Fight Night will be shorted to just 2 times per month rather than every Friday. The sheer number of hours it takes to create these shows for you to enjoy is more than a one-person team can manage. I apologize in advance, but starting in year 3, there will now only be 26 episodes of Friday Fight Night this year. But while that may be the hardest pill to swallow, the rest should be purely good news. While Friday Fight Night is shortened to just twice per month, all special events will be their own independent show, and we will be showing 3 mainstream events that month, as shown on May's calendar here, the lovely veteran mummy providing your image. Year 3 will premiere on the first Friday in May. However, as you see at the end of the month, is BBW's first pay-per-view of the calendar year, the Money Shot. That will be an additional show in the month of May. The same will apply to every event BBW puts on. Each pay-per-view and Battle of Champions will be its own event, so on those months you will have 3 shows instead of 2. Keen viewers may also notice that BBW Extra will be showing every single Saturday. While those dates may fluctuate between Saturday and Sunday, the Discord and Patreon exclusive show will still be showing every inch of my lovely wrestlers as they continue to fight for superiority. BBW Extra will also play a bigger part of BBW as a whole, as there will now be more matches and storylines that happen only on Extra. Just another excuse to join the Discord or become a Patreon backer. Big fans and VIPs will be receiving the full calendar immediately after this broadcast, but Discord members and people visiting the DeviantArt will only be receiving each month as the days turn over, which will be leading me to my next bit of bad news, though I doubt most lovely fans will care all that much about it. Unfortunately, there hasn't been as much of a need for records as I initially thought. That means I will no longer be keeping track of wins and losses of each wrestler, tag team, or anything of the like. It was a headache that needlessly took more time for not enough people caring about the result. And while on the subject of bad news, I will also take this time to say the Friday Fight Night will be moving to the newest edition of the 2K games. While the games are graphically superior, now allowing for physical damage, bruises, blood and sweat to be more prominent, it does mean that the in-game models will be dressing more modestly. BBW Extra will still use last year's game, and those women will still be wrestling in their birthday suits. But as Friday Fight Night begins to head more toward the real and dramatic, there is always sexy fun to be had on the weekends and pay-per-views. And while I will have more storyline news when year 3 actually begins, for now I only have one last bit of backstage news to share. I'm sure you are wondering, with every other week not having a Friday Fight Night, just what will I be doing with all this extra free time? Why, working for my biggest fans and VIPs, of course. During each week there isn't a Friday Fight Night, I will be releasing pictures, videos, podcasts, and even small comics to make my Patreon even more desirable. That's right, weeks that do not have a Friday Fight Night will be having incredibly sexy photos, videos, and much more that will not be seen anywhere else. So if you've been on the fence about joining the Patreon, now is certainly the time. Soon there'll be even more content than you can possibly imagine. We are ready, willing, and determined to make BBW flourish even more than it already has. It's time for me to get to work, and it's time for you to enjoy the ride.